So guys, you're welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Oluwaseun, and today I'm just going to be doing this pattern drafting. It's just drafting alone, and this is what someone sent into my DM on Instagram, and I decided to just quickly do it. She actually sent two, but I'm going to be doing one now, and I'll post the other one next week. So I have my bust line here, my under bust line here, and my waistline here. So let me just cut this out. This is what we're working with. Okay, so this is what we're working with. This part is the chest line, the armhole area where we're going to input the armhole. So it's a very simple thing, and if there was a way I could actually make the tutorial for the person alone, I would have, but I thought maybe someone else might need it. So for this, you're just going to determine what you want to use for your neck width, and for the neck depth, we're going to be using about, judging from my bust point, in your case you determine how deep you want the neck to be. I'm going to make a dot here about 8 inches, and I'm going to make another one at about 5 1/4. And for the 5 1/4, I'm going to extend it. Remember, what we have is 3.5, so I'm going to also extend it, just like you're making a 4 corner. So you're just going to do that, make a straight line this way, and from this side here, you're just going to make your like a V shape to this other part this way. And guys, here you have it, you have your neckline already. So the next thing we want to do now is, I'm going to be using my measurement for this, for an easy explanation. So my bust measurement is 36 divided by 4. I have 9 inches. So let's just assume we have our armhole curve, and let's not forget our shoulder slant. I just want it to be as fast as possible, and at the same time I want it to be really understood. So here's our bust line point, the bust line, also the bust point. The nipple to nipple measurement in my case is 3.5. I'm going to be adding 1.5 sewing allowance, that is 4 inches, and you mark that 4 inches all through to the waist. Then you make it into a straight line. And yes, if you know me very well, you know I don't just measure the center point for my armhole. I just, for my princess that actually, I just eyeball wherever I think I want it to be is where it goes. Then I'm just going to mark our dots. The next thing we want to do is mark our dots, and I'm going to be doing 1 inch on both sides this way. Mark about ½ inch here from the bust point, another ½ inch away from the bust point to the downside, and you connect your dots this way, and this other part this way. And for this other part, you want to extend so that by the time you cut this part out and you're joining this part to this part, it matches up. So my extension should be about 2 inches, and that is fine. Then we come to the under bust. For the under bust, I'm going to be doing 1.5 inches on both sides. The 1.5 here and another 1.5 here. And for the waistline, I'm just going to be doing 1 inch on both sides, and you connect this way. Come to this side there, connect, then you make a connection to the bust point, a little below the bust point this way. And there you have it, guys. There you have it. Now the next thing you want to do, which is almost like the last thing before cutting, is to take your body measurements. In my case, first thing first, you know, we've already made a cut in between this armhole. We've already created a cut and we need to replace it, and this is 1 inch and 1 inch. That is 2 inches. You had your 2 inches this way, then you had your sewing allowance of about 1 inch. Whatever the case it is that you want to use, or whatever the case might be, anything you want to use as your allowance, you add it. Then you come to the waist measurement. My waist measurement is 28 divided by 4 is 7. I have these 2 inches here. I'm going to add that 2 inches. I'm going to be joining back with ½ inch on both sides. You know, you're going to be joining it back. That also should be added back. That is 1 inch. Then you had your 1 inch allowance, and that is it, guys. So you're just going to connect this way. I'm running out of ink, and you create a new armhole curve this way with this new one you just created. You know, the elongation you made here, you just create a new armhole curve. And guys, we are done. Just going to cut out. And for the back, whatever it is you want to do for the back, normal darts, loops, anything goes. I think from what the person saying to my DM, she needs clarification on the princess dart, actually. And this is how it goes. Simple and straightforward. So you have your sides here. Now I want to cut out the middle part. So you cut off these darts. We don't need them. So you cut through this way. Up to this point. I'm sorry about my scissors. I don't just want to, you know, stop in between to go get another one. Then you cut through your shoulder slants, then the neck. And you want to pause this way, then you go to the guys. This is everything. This is everything. Here it is. So you have this to this side and you have this to this side. So guys, you can see the neck. That is just everything about it. And when you want to cut, you know, transfer to your fabric, be it Ankara fabric, be it your lace fabric, if you're cutting for lace fabric, you need to cut this on your fabric, the lace fabric. Then you also have to cut on the lining to cover the fabric and the lining to tone in. And that is all. You fix your pad. I'm sure you know how to do this. So this is just the drafting. This is how to get the neck and the princess dart. So guys, thank you. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do not forget to subscribe. And if you have any style you want me to, you know, run through with you, just send a DM to me on Instagram and I'll reply. Thanks guys.